So I'm here with Mal. Mal, listen, you're behind a campaign that's doing great things in the city, which is obviously really needed.
Yeah.
It's due to, well, it's been a problem for a while, but it's certainly been highlighted lately. Will you just tell us a little bit about it, Mal?
Yeah, so I'm a community liaison officer for Weapons Down, Gloves Up. An 8-week programme where we use boxing to get the kids off the street for 4 weeks, and then the second 4 weeks we have them in a classroom, and we teach them, well, they pass a CEC course, which means they're able to work on site, and then at the end of the course they're interviewed for jobs, and we have a 100% success rate and a 93% retention rate a year on. So what we're doing is working. We haven't had to use it as much, but obviously the city is in dire straits at the minute, lads. So we're doing all that we can. We've got a course that starts on Monday, so anyone watching it, just have a little look on my social media or Weapons Down, Gloves Up. It's a free course, 8 weeks, come in, bish, bash, bosh, get a full-time job, get off the streets, and get in the boxing gym and come and train with us.
Well, they don't come any more scouts than you.
Probably not,
right?
lads, yeah.
But what does it mean to you? So, your profile now is through the roof, and it's just growing and growing and growing, and it's brilliant to see what you're giving back. What does that mean to you, though? Like, I know, like the tattoo. Where's the tattoo?
I've got my city, my people, my heart.
Does that sort of reflect to all this, what you're doing?
Yeah, I think, look, Manx are the same.
Yeah.
Any working class city and town who had to deal with the managed decline and with the stuff in the 70s and in the 80s, I think we're all built a little bit different, aren't we? And the government's not going to save us, the councils aren't going to save us, it's the people in the city who can save us. So for me, when I go anywhere, for someone to say, you're such a Scouser, we're so proud of what you're doing, you're trying to spread the message, that's like the best feeling in the world. And I think you'll have felt the same if someone said, what would you rather be, the champion of the world or the people's champion? Well, there's only one answer for me, and that's that, lad. So it's mental to think about the notoriety I've claimed and how the city is so behind me and the country. And everyone I meet, it's very rare to meet someone who's got something bad to say unless they're not an Evertonian.
Well, it's last time, well, no, I've seen you since, but one of the last times I've seen you, we was having a drink or two in an Irish bar in New York.
Oh, yeah.
I was watched there to watch Liam Smith at Madison Square Garden. Since then, you've had the brilliant news you're going back there.
Yeah.
Everything going well, training camp?
Yeah, we've 10 weeks out, done a little pre-camp for 3 weeks because your body, it might be the same on your knuckles when you box, but if you have a bit of time out, you've got to get your body used to it again.
Up again.
Yeah. And it's not that I weren't fit, because I was still training every day, but it's the impact of wrestling. I'm a boxer through and through, so it does me in a little bit. Look, this night is made for me. The opponent's 12 in the world, I'm 15. Stylistically, it's one of the most tough styles I'm going to have to come up against. But I'm at a point where I'm so ready. I'm not scared of losing anymore. I haven't got the fear. The UFC give me an 8-fight contract. I'm locked in. I know they know my worth. And when you're fighting and you're not scared of fighting for your contract and for your life, that's gone. So you don't
enjoy it a little bit more.
There,
of course.
When them big money fights are on, or the pressure of I know you have to win.
See the best of Molly because and in training you could not enjoy training because you have the pressure of preparing for an opponent, but it's not. You're not thinking like, oh, it's do or die. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I remember when I watched that fight and I was with you, I was like, I'm going to do this one day. On that night, I was ready to give MMA up. Sat there with Eddie and I was like, I'm going to box because I'd just been sparring in the Gleasons.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes.
And I thought, no, this is for me. I'll be back to this. But obviously, me performances in the UFC have done mega things. So when the time's right, and I will say when I'm on the decline, like I've got a lot left to give to MMA, but not me back door, but I can't wait to put the 8 ounce that I'd fight in.
It would be 8s.
Yeah, I'd like to put the 8 ounce and lace them up at least 2 or 3 times. Do you know what I mean? But you know what? I could do with Tash, win a belt, and then end up staying in there. So
do both, the crossover. Mal.
Thanks.
Sam.
Up the toffees.